Hello everyone, this is Chris here. It's been some time since I've sat in front of the camera to make a YouTube video, and I just thought that I'd tell a story today about how I decided to leave my lucrative career in a US MNC to become a full-time wedding photographer. If you are in the same position, maybe not trying to be a wedding photographer, but you starting your own business, maybe this story will inspire you a bit and help you to take the next step. So back in 2009, after I graduated from uni, I joined Yahoo. I was in the Yahoo search marketing team. So it's very similar to Google AdWords. In that team, I did things ranging from content development, account management, and sales. I was there for close to 6 years. During that time, I also shot my very first wedding. My wife volunteered me to shoot a wedding for her friend. So I was actually very clueless. Oh, shoot a wedding. I've been exposed to wedding photos. I feel that, oh, they're very beautiful. They're very bright and nice and colorful. How do I do that? Because the photos that I took, initially were all like underexposed and very dark. I said, okay, I'll shoot the wedding. But actually, I didn't know what shots to do also. What shots to take. So I went to look at my own wedding photos. What kind of angles my photographer take, and then I'll just follow them. Fast forward, I did the wedding, I delivered the photos. Fortunately, I was very blessed that the photos were actually very well received by the couple, and also when they shared it with their friends, I started receiving requests from others to shoot their wedding as well. That also helped me realize that I really loved wedding photography. The excitement, getting the shots, being immersed in photography for a whole day, and being in a very happy environment. So that really planted the seed in me that, hey, I think I want to be a full-time photographer. But then there was this I was working full-time at the time. I had a good respectable salary and income, and at that time I just got married. My first child was coming, so I remember that was around that time was the first time I brought it up to my wife. Hey, maybe I want to be a full-time photographer. What do you think? Then of course, when I told my wife, I told my mom, and then all of them of course they said that no lah, it's not stable. The income will not be stable because you're getting 100% dependent on the commissions that you get the shoot. So there's no salary, there's no pay, in a sense. So I put it off for a few more years, and then I was thinking about it every single day that passed by. When you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you look at other photographers. Oh, they say that they go to overseas for pre-wedding shoot. Wow, I'm in New Zealand, I'm in Paris, I'm in France, every day. Then when will be my turn? When can I do this? And when they talk about the shoots that they do over the weekend, wow, when can it be my turn? That every weekend I'm shooting, and then I can do this thing that I'm so passionate about already. So I was always asking, the pull factor was there, but then I didn't see a route, as to how I can quit this lucrative job, get enough jobs, wedding jobs, to make up for the income and support my growing family, the many expenses and bills that we all have, as a newlywed couple, and having a new family. So that was the thing that really kept me back. One thing to know is that I did not just jump inside, like, oh, just quit my job. Okay, I'm very sick of it already, I just quit my job. I enjoyed what I was doing, I didn't hate what I was doing. But every day, my heart was pulled in that direction. So I was asking, like, how can I ever be a photographer? The push factor became stronger. My team was actually merged with another team. So there was a day that I had a meeting with a client. It didn't go too well. I shall not go into the details, but suffice to say, at the end of the meeting, right, there was some sort of misunderstanding. So when I go home, I felt very defeated. I was lying on the ground, and then I was lying on the ground, and then I was complaining to my wife, like, oh, this thing and that thing happened, it's so terrible, how I wish I can be a photographer, and then when can I go and do it, every time I asked my wife that in the past, right, her answer was always that, you know, oh, you know, you are doing so well in your company now, you know, and you're supporting us so well, you know, why take the risk? But this time she answered very differently. She said, tomorrow you go and tender your resignation, get back your dignity. Wow, this is the moment that, you know, I feel that, you know, behind any success that I may have, is this is such a supportive wife. You know, if not for her, I might still be working, maybe not in Yahoo but elsewhere, you know. So the next day I went to tender my resignation, and at that time I only have two wedding jobs booked in for the rest of the year. So 2 jobs, how to support my family, car payment, house payment, the kids were there. It was definitely a very terrible time to, you know, to leave your job. But I think one thing that I've learned, if you don't have any safety net at all, you know, and then behind you is the cliff, right, and in front there's only one way forward, you know, there's really no choice for me to go back. You know, I cannot, I did not want to continue working in this in my previous job, and I want to go and I want to be a photographer. So I made it, so you just have to make it work. I advertise my work on Instagram, on Facebook. A combination of God's blessing and you know, a lot of right place and right time, you know, that allowed me to, you know, fill my calendar rather quickly that year. I think the first year I had close to 40 shoots. I think it was a combination of pre-wedding, actual day, yeah, and then from there, you know, things just took off for me, and I'm in a very blessed position to be able to do what I love, you know, on a daily basis. There's no regrets, you know, and I've been able to take good care of my family, and I think I'm in a better position now than I was previously, drawing a full-time salary. Yeah, this is my story of how I became a full-time photographer. I also hope to be able to create more such content. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to share with you all more in the future before this one become too long-winded. Okay, so I think it's already very long-winded, Chong Hei already. So I will end it here, and I'll talk to you all again. Bye bye.